So we have our 10mm shown here. What is different on the product compared to competition is the fact that it's flexible. It's flexible, it's really thin and very lightweight. This display is 13 square meters and weighs around 100 kilograms, including all the support structure. The weight is about 200 kilograms. The rest of the specifications is kind of the same as on the other vendors, but think about it, it's flexible, lightweight, very creative in use, and also you can actually use it outdoors.
The emphasis for this screen is really not so much on pixel pitch, but on deployability.
Yeah.
We want to really make it possible to drape a screen on a wall rather than to have installed a lot of steel work and heavy lifting. So this product really changes that around.
Amazing. Does the company plan to explore the series more? I mean, to improve, to make the pixel pitch tighter R series?
Well, there's obviously a roadmap in general of going to more fine pitch.
Okay.
But this product is typically designed for outdoor use, where you have quite some viewing distance, so there's not an immediate need to go to higher resolution. Okay? So that is really where the product is designed for. So far there is no solution like that that is outdoor compatible. Every project, what is typically appreciated as feature is the lightness, is the ease of deployment. One of these references or first cases was even more like a rental solution than it was a fixed solution. So that shows something about how easy the product is to take apart, deploy, and so that's really appreciated.
Besides, I'd like to ask, does Barco have plans to launch a rental line of displays?
So Barco is continuously looking at all the markets we serve, and we're definitely looking at rental market as well. However, over the past years we have seen that a lot of the competition has taken over the market because it was really price sensitive. However, some of them have had a very bad experience and are turning back to us. And now we are investigating what will happen. Of course, for 2017, we will not introduce products too fast. We will really think twice before we introduce a product.
What about the chip-on-board technologies that is currently gaining traction in the market? Do you plan to integrate it in your production?
On chip-on-board, it's a technology we see a lot. A lot of competitors have it, but we must say fairly that the production to make a board of chip on board is pretty difficult, and there's a lot of failures during the production, and that's the reason why Barco is not focusing on it full time. They're of course looking at it, but it's not our main focus.
I think it's a typical example of being the talk of the town, certainly at this ISE, but it's still years away from really being a viable, more interesting technology than a more conventional SMT technology.
Being a highly versatile company, what place in Barco's portfolio is assigned for LED screens at the moment?
That's a good question. Indeed, as you say, Barco is a company that has many technologies, and what we try to do is to serve the customer with what fits best in their application. So we do not push forward something, we just want to propose what is more suited for the application. And LED is one solution, next to projection, next to rear projection, cubes and so on. So if we go around the booth, you will see each of these solutions. And I always want to emphasize, we're not particularly a LED company, we are a solutions company.
But defining success is a combination of factors. Which one would you primarily attribute for the Barco success?
Okay, I think to begin with, certainly it's the brains of the people and their passion. That's definitely the number one. And in addition to that, I think the capability of Barco's marketing team to be able to guide and target that passion, right? And what we try to do is solve a customer problem. We call it a customer pain, really. And that's where it starts. So it's not just, say, technology for technology. You find some of that around in the show. No, we try to be differentiating with really solving a solution. To give you an example, the R series started where people told us when we deploy a screen, it takes us months. It takes us as much weight for the structure than for the screen. Can you solve that? Well, that's they come with a problem, and we try to bring a solution.
Great. For the company to strive, it needs to invite some constructive challenges. May I ask you what was the main challenge for Barco?
I can give an example because this is a general question, could give a general answer. It is always market dependent, and I think the challenge is always to try to reinvent yourself, right, and think out of the box, because it's so easy, even in technology, to keep on doing what you were doing, and sometimes it takes, let's say, that effort to take distance and almost challenge your own technology with doing something different. I can give an example like ClickShare. In the meantime is Barco's collaboration product line. It's a category in its own. It's a very important business for Barco, but it started out of, allow me, the frustration of customers, including Barco, on how difficult it is to connect a projector to a screen. You know that. You start a meeting and you're fiddling around with cables for 20 minutes and people are waiting. So out of that motivation we started doing a solution that would solve that. And we really initially put it apart in Barco as an incubator until it was completely ready, and then it became an integrated business.
Yeah, great. Speaking about exploitation and exploration, how would you define the balance in Barco? For exploitation, I mean using the previous achievements, and the exploration like new research.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to answer it quantitatively, right? But it's something that we evaluate every year. We make a strategic plan, and there's always, I think the major investment is in deploying the current situations, the current developing the current platforms. But of course, we always keep a healthy part of that into what we call Horizon 2 and Horizon 3 solutions. In general, Barco invests about 9 to 10% of its sales in R&D, which is quite a bit. And then indeed within that, there is a part for longer term innovation.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.